do with your economy, whatever engagement you have with India, with Brazil, with China, don't let it look like we are targeting negatively the United States.
Guys, and welcome back once again to another interesting, intriguing, and most importantly, captivating and mind-blowing episode right here on the stable of Civic Inspirations.
So guys, at this point, I just needed us to come here, according to the title, just like we've seen, give our 2 cents, our opinion based on what is trending. We all know that it is no longer news that Nigeria as a country and as a leader, as people have decided exactly to join the Brics economy. In case you don't know, in Africa, we have so many organizations, we have so many unions that is a combination of countries in Africa exactly that come together to stand to build the economy of Africa exactly, build the growth, the success, the economy, the unity, the strength, the currency, the resources of Africa as a whole. And in West Africa, we know that 2 countries that have always stood on their own, they are neither here nor there, is Nigeria and Ghana exactly. And even as we speak till date, Ghana has not officially, launched to be part of any of the Brics or the G7 economy. We all know what we share is ECOWAS, United Nations, African nations, and the rest of them, right? But from the look of things, just like I shared in my other channel, the Ghana president is trying to also socialize with other neighboring countries in West Africa, in Africa as a continent, because he is a person who believes that by collaborating, by cooperating and uniting with other countries, exactly, you can achieve great success. We always know, they say charity begins at home. He has started his work from his own country and is trying to extend hands of collaboration and the rest of them that would definitely aid to the growth, the success, and the progress of the country. He just came in. We are praying and anticipating that God guides and directs him while he applies wisdom and rationality in his job and his actions exactly. He's only but a human, but we pray for God's grace upon him. But that aside, he is still on the grounds to either be for the Brics or for the G Nation. But he aligns, he cooperates, collaborates with these economy groups called the Brics, the G7. In case you don't know, the Brics and the G7 are strong economy that comprises of countries in the Western European countries, right? Exactly. At the end of the day, it is official that Nigeria has decided to partner with Brics. You see, before, Nigeria was neither with Brics nor G7, but they align and cooperate with them based off what we do in West Africa, exactly, our corporations, business relationship with other nations, other countries in the Western British European countries, right? So it's been a long time coming that Nigeria has actually wanted to partner with the Brics, and they have always been denied that request, right? But of late, it is official that they have been accepted to partner. Like I said, partner, they are not even the co-founders or co-existing foundations of this, just like we have South Africa in the picture, that the S stands for South Africa, China, and the rest of them. So Nigeria is only partnering with them. But in the course of this video, to get better understanding from other Nigerians who have shown concern, who have one thing or the other to say if it is a good idea, a welcome development, and to even ask what is the impact or what's going to be the impact of Nigeria, partnering with Brics and all whatnot. The course of this video will explain further. So at this point, I need you to watch patiently till the end and pay attention to details, because at the end of the day, I will not just come here, sit down and talk. I will love you to give us your input, your opinion, because we are all here to learn. We are all here to understand what is happening in our society, in our environment, in our country, no matter whom you are, whether you're South African, Nigerian, Ghanaian, Kenyan, whoever you are from any part of Africa, non-Africa, you're welcome. So let's have your input at the end of the day. But before then, let's take a look at these clips and we will be right back.
Do with your economy, whatever engagement you have with India, with Brazil, with China, don't let it look like we are targeting negatively the United States, because there's nothing that Trump likes better than to be engaged in a war with a third world country. He will love that, because it will be something he will win. And we don't need that kind of negative engagement. That's the point that I'm making. I am not happy, and I'm not sure whether you and I have discussed this Brics something. Can you tell me the difference between a partner country and a member? Given our GDP in Africa compared to Ethiopia, compared to even South Africa, is it a partner country that befits us? No. We should have been part of the original members of Brics. I've said this on so many platforms. I don't know why we were never an original member. I don't know why we were not invited to join as a full member as they were expanding it. I think it's a slap in our face, and we should never have accepted this partner member, if that's what they call it, because frankly, they need to spell it out. Does it mean that we will just continue to sit on the margin while real members are inside, taking decisions, having the debate, before they then bring in those who are partner members? I don't get it, and it doesn't befit us. And given what Trump has said, that he's going to regard Brics members as hostile members, are we going to get slaps in the face from Trump without getting the full benefits of being full members of Brics? No, it's we need to use your language. We need to recalibrate our attitude towards membership of Brics, or what we are being offered.
Nigeria has now become a partner of the Brics Group. Well, joining me for this sharing news on Nigeria's partnership with the BRIC nations is a policy analyst, Chris Akio, who joins me from Delta State. It's good to have you join us.
Good afternoon.
Right, the membership in BRICS could provide Nigeria with access to new markets, technologies and investment opportunities, but there have been concerns about increased competition and potential losses in certain industries. But to you, do you consider this a drawback or a potential move for Nigeria?
Okay, so yes, capitalist investors around the country will feel that way, but for the general goal, I think it's one of the best things that has happened by expanding our frontiers for economic growth and access to global funding that will not muzzle us in the future. Being a member of BRICS expands the frontier for Nigeria to access more, even funding for our infrastructure, that will even help local production. So there are insulating parameters in our country that allows for homegrown economy to develop. So I don't think it's going to affect Nigeria negatively, but positively instead. So it's a welcome development. They expand the frontier for us to be able to do more for our people as a country. And I commend Tinubu for this growth step.
All right, I'm going to take you up in a minute about the concerns on the potential of affecting Nigeria negatively in terms of Nigeria's overdependence on oil. But talk to us about how it's likely to impact Nigeria's status and its role in African regional organizations such as the African Union and ECOWAS, considering the recent exit of some of these member nations from these unions.
Okay, so basically, BRICS itself has members in other organizations. I think all members of BRICS are in the G20 group that we're the regional organizations. I know Brazil is with the Latin American group, also with the American. And so Nigeria joining BRICS will just be a plus for BRICS and a plus for Nigeria, considering our population, economy, and our resources also. And then the fact that we also will have a partnership that allows for growth. So it will not affect our membership of AOU or of the EU or the AU or even the United Nations as well, because that's just a plus. And what BRICS stands for is not to compete, but to add on to what's existing. So I don't think that people should really truly worry about what will happen to us with other organizations like ECOWAS. By partnering organization with ECOWAS states, those who pull out and defend their own, but ECOWAS is still standing. The same thing, adding Nigeria into BRICS will not help us with members of ECOWAS, except we choose to work with. But in the meantime, it is the economic benefit that we're looking at, political influence that it brings to the table. Puts Nigeria before the world as a more serious nation. It also helps us to be able to access more from internal growth and the expansion of our economic policy. It also provides a larger space for partnership with other countries. And of course, if you look at the countries in the BRICS nation, they are a little more flexible with policy, and there's some level of respect for nation member states. So the member of BRICS tend to be seen as an equal. Selection processes by consensus. There are no veto powers in that organizations. And I think that Nigerian entry to that will not belittle our roles in ECOWAS states.
Right, talk to us about the prospects this brings for Nigeria. Brazil, which currently holds the rotating presidency of the bloc, in a statement added that Nigeria brings significant economic weight to this group, even as one of the world's top producers of oil. But is this likely to help in reducing our dependence on crude?
Okay, so it will not depend on how our government decides to use the benefit that accrues to us in a member of that organization. Now, I'm sure that we're born in there because we know that we're strong in Africa and that they are also looking for markets and kind of businesses. They're also looking for areas to invest that have potential, and Nigeria has that. Now, if corruption does not kill the interest that we have, we should be able to access funds for infrastructure, to build more refineries, to build more roads, to build more factories that will provide economic growth for our country and also mutual benefits for our country. Because if nearness of raw material is not the commodity, if Nigeria has the raw material that BRICS need, I think that. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Go ahead. We can hear you. Go ahead.
In the area of iron, steel, in the area of iron, steel, gold, and all of that. If we invest those resources that we're coming into this partnership properly, we'll not only open the frontiers for international partnership of big markets for Africa, but it should be for the rest of them. So yes, it brings a lot of benefits to the table. Our role in there is such that we are a big economy in Africa, and they know it, and such that if they invest their resources in this economy, then we can provide for the rest of them.
Right, Chris, I agree with you on the fact that there are a lot of benefits in this partnership. It all depends on how we, harness these recent partnerships. Thank you for joining us, policy analyst Chris Akio. Thank you for joining us at this time.
Nigeria has been admitted as a partner country of the Brics bloc. Brazil's foreign ministry made that announcement. This makes Nigeria the 9th partner country, joining Belarus, Bolivia, Cuba, Kazakhstan, Malaysia, Thailand, Uganda, and Uzbekistan. The partner country category was established during the 16th Brics summit in Kazan in October of 2024. As Africa's most populous nation, Nigeria aligns with Brics' goals of enhancing South-South cooperation and pushing for gold governance reforms. The move underscores Nigeria's growing role in fostering partnerships within the global South. Joining us now to discuss Nigeria's Brics membership and what it portends for the country is the Director General of the Nigerian Institute of International Affairs, Professor Ehosa Osade. Good afternoon, Professor. Many thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Now, given Nigeria's current economic challenges, how can we realistically leverage Brics membership without becoming overly dependent on China, which appears to dominate the bloc?
Well, the first question to ask is if all the other countries in Brics Plus, and by the way, that's the new name is Brics Plus. If all the other countries in Brics Plus are not overly dependent on China, for instance, why would we fear that Nigeria would become overly dependent on China? I think the whole essence of Brics is, and should be seen in that context, is that Brics is an alternative platform that provides a vent, an opportunity from the rest of the global South for emerging countries, emerging powers to come together and do what countries that have common interests have done from the beginning of international relations. So I think that Brics is not about China, Brics is not about any individual country. Brics is a platform, a multilateral organization, if you like, that is of essence to all the member countries.
Thank you so much for that. Now, some might say that, well, this is a step in the right direction, that the timing couldn't be more difficult in that, of course, we know that today will be the inauguration of American President Donald Trump, who has already vowed that he would place 100% tariffs on Brics member nations. We're already seeing countries such as South Africa starting to strategize around how they would navigate around some of Donald Trump's potential policies. Does Nigeria have a strategy? Based off of the information you have, do we have a strategy to navigate some of the fallout that might come from the United States, which is one of our biggest trade partners, from us now being a partner to Brics? And if there's no such strategy, what do you advise?
Well, Nigeria has a strategy. Nigeria is in the business of conducting its foreign relations in very strategic ways, and at the basis of that strategic trajectory is planning and foresighting, anticipation, and so on. So the simple answer is that yes, Nigeria has strategic ways. Now, directly to your question, of course, you have coincidences like this, that this is happening at a time when the president of America is being inaugurated. But you know that Nigeria has had multilateralism as a strong platform for its external relations. Nigeria has pursued what our foreign minister calls strategic autonomy, strategic non-alignment, and that is critical to all that we do. Nigeria is a country that enjoys and maintains friendly relations with all countries, very big, not so very big, medium power, and small powers. Nigeria itself, it's a big country, and therefore our strategic foresighting and the kinds of things that we do in strategic planning are not only from us, they also have interfaces, with our neighbors, with our friends, with all the powers in the world. Nigeria itself is part of the transformations that have gone on all over. So we anticipate all of these changes, all of these transformations, and we are ready for them. Now, Brics itself, Brics Plus, has been a big player since 2009 when it was established. And remember, the things that come with Brics are not simply things about politics, but also about economics, about investment, about the role of the global South in multilateralism. So I think, that Nigeria's partnership with Brics, which has been long in coming, it's one opportunity that offers us, a wider framework for engagement. And you must recognize that, as I say, because our partners are also in the business of strategic foresighting, the balances have to be created, in areas where they should be. But what is most central to all that we do as Nigeria is that we have our overriding national interests. Those ones will never change.
All right, and thank you for outlining that. I'm just wondering how you think, if it's a possibility that Nigeria's Brics membership could affect our traditional Western partnerships when it comes to trade agreements and diplomatic relations.
Again, not to the extent, that Brics membership has affected India's relations with the West, or South Africa's relations with the West, or Egypt's relations with the West, or Ethiopia's relations with the West, and so on. Now, I think there's acknowledgement all over the world that, Brics is not the only medium power or alternative global South coalition. that has been formed or that is in existence. It just so happens that, the clustering of those so many issues today in the world, issues of aid, issues of equity, issues of global justice, issues of, balance and so on, that all of these things have come to a head, issues of climate change. At a time when countries are getting more impoverished and countries are more desperate for investment and for support from external powers. It just so happens that Brics, is itself becoming an emergent force that seems to provide alternatives for all of this. Now, there's been talk of Brics becoming some kind of response to a Western-dominated international system, but that's only one way to look at it. The international system itself, that deals with pluripolarity, multi-plurality, means that there will always be centers of power and layers and concentrations of different kinds of configurations. So Brics is one of them, and it is just as well. You can mention all the others. ECOWAS is there, AU is there, Commonwealth is there, the group of 77. All of these things are there, but most of all, we think that Brics has an extended platform, gives us more opportunities for engaging with issues that are very fundamental, to us at this time, including trade and investment. Okay. There's been talk, for instance, of de-dollarization. That's a debate going on. But all of these things don't mean de-globalization. They simply mean that there is more room, there is more alternative platforming for engaging globalization. So I don't think that is a way to consider it. Brics has not proven to be anti-West. Brics has simply said it's a platform for engaging the West, along the lines of the kinds of things that the global South is interested in, namely equity, justice, prosperity for all.
Okay.
So Nigeria should benefit from all of these things.
All right. While all your points are duly noted, I think one thing that has become very clear, or that at least became very clear at the last BRICS summit, that was held in Russia, was the fact that BRICS stands in unity to end dollar dominance, especially with the announcement of the introduction of a BRICS currency, and we saw the prototype of that currency as well that was shared at that summit. So my question is, does Nigeria stand in one accord with this message? Is Nigeria taking a stand and saying that they are joining the fight against dollar dominance?
Now, guys, we have heard, and so many people have come out to give their own opinion, their knowledge, their idea, and what have you. But the thing is, just like the two key things that we have been asking, or we should be asking, is what is definitely going to be the impact? We've heard, is it a good move or a wrong move? Some people, like we've watched, have given their opinion, and the threat of this whole partnership of Nigeria with Brics. How will the US, which we know their position between the president, the country, and Nigeria? We all know the record of Nigeria exactly. Let's not pretend as if we don't know. Particularly our president Tinubu. He's definitely not one person that we as citizens of Nigeria, or I as a citizen of Nigeria, can trust 100%. Based on the actions and inactions here and there we've seen him take, how he's indebted to different countries, how they are even taking the economy of Nigeria and everything whatsoever, has given us as citizens, particularly myself, frankly speaking, this is my opinion, you can feel free to agree or disagree, has not really given me a better grounds to believe that I can count on my leader. That's me. I cannot count on him. And based off the fact that for the period of time, even before the presidency, which we did not vote for him, illegitimate president enforced on us, I cannot count on such person. I'm bagging the third most corrupt president in the world. Is not even a good credit for me to want to count on him. So his partnership with Brics is to be questioned and looked at closely, because at the end of the day, you never can tell. And we know where US, Donald Trump, who have just been sworn in, would definitely take and receive this whole thing. So if you understand the game, if you understand what is going on, you will really know that it has its own positive and negative side. Yes, when it comes to boosting the economy and, Nigeria stands a better chance of growing economically. Let's see if it's definitely going to work out that way, because like I said, I cannot trust my leaders. I cannot trust Mr. President. I'm saying this with my full chest. The only thing you can do is take it or leave it. So based on this, it has come to stay that they are partnering with Brics. Let's watch and see. I will say how it plays out, how it goes. But for me, this is what I think. And let's see how America president is definitely going to, react and take Nigeria moving on now that he's been sworn in, and other countries as well who do not even have Nigeria on their clean slate. Let's see, let's watch, because it's not even partnering that is the thing. Is how you act and behave, how you cooperate, how you align, how you interrelate, how do you transact with these people at the end of the day matters a great deal. Let's watch and see, fingers crossed, how it's going to play out. I pray God gives us the longevity to see till the end of Tinubu's tenure in question, how it's definitely going to end. Then it will now decipher and give us an understanding and a better conclusion of how the whole thing is definitely going to end. But I still wish Nigeria good. I wish Nigeria great. I pray it goes the positive. I pray God even performs a miracle at this point, because all I will always seek and root for is the growth, the success and development of my country. Because if Nigeria is better today, it will help me, it will help everyone. We will not see reasons or have reasons of we as Nigerians running outside the country, helter-skelter to other people's country, undocumented, illegally, right? And at the end of the day, facing all the embarrassment, humiliation that we face as Nigerians. And look at what is happening back home. Based of bad economy, bad leadership, citizens have gravitated and turned towards doing illicit, evil things just to make quick money. This is not even an excuse for that. Evil is evil, crime is crime. So my hope, like I said, goal is that Nigeria should be a better place. But is our president and the leaders we have there going to bring that change? 100% in doubt. I am 100% in doubt of that. But like I said, it is what it is. Let's keep our fingers crossed, watch and pray at the end of the day. Exactly. So at this point, what are your thoughts, your opinion, your input? I would love to hear from you. Like I said, based off what you've heard, what you've watched on other people's opinion rendered here, let me know in the comment section. And at this point, if you're here to like this video, I beg of you, kindly hit on the like button, share this video. Let's really get more people to know what's going on. Exactly. Subscribe to this channel at the end of the day if you really like it on here, because here on Civic Inspirations we say things just the way it is, raw and undiluted, nothing but the bitter and the brutal truth, without minding whose heart is girt. Exactly. Not to demote, demean, demarket anyone, any citizen, but to expose, analyze, react, educate, entertain, inspire, motivate, captivate not just you but your spirit, your soul and your body. And I promise you can get it as a dull moment on here on the stable of Civic Inspiration. So let me see you in the comment section. Until then, keeping it real, happy, safe and blessed. Till I see you in my next one. Ciao, ciao.